So the other day, I recorded a video stating that people are not signing up for like consultation calls anymore, especially if they don't know you. All right. The reason why is because if someone signs up for a consultation call, a lot of times in their head they're thinking this person's going to try to sell me something, right? So one alternative to setting up a consultation call, as I mentioned in my previous video, is to um, ask them a series of questions, and then you send them a video, you send them a feedback video, so that minimizes that friction for them to think, oh my gosh, I gotta hop on a phone with them and they're gonna try to sell me, let me try to think of objections. This gives you the opportunity um, to build trust, right? So they answer a few questions, and then you send them a video. Now, Calendly is a very popular tool to set up and coordinate meetings. Now, this is a tip to help you with still getting people to be generated as leads through Calendly, but also create that barrier so that they don't feel like they have to hop on a meeting with you. Okay, so instead of using Calendly as a medium to or as a tool to set up an appointment, you could use it as a means to set up your deadline. Okay, so somebody hops onto your Calendly page, and it's not for them to select a meeting, it's for them to select when they want to get that feedback video from you by. Now, inside of Calendly, I don't know why I have so much trouble saying the word Calendly. Um, you still have the ability to establish what questions you want to ask, right? So you can add you can add up to a number of questions here. You can ask a one-liner, multiple lines, radio, like a single select. You could even have them check different boxes, or you could have a drop down. Essentially, this is where you would input your micro questionnaire. You want to ask them some questions that's going to give you enough context to record a good video, right? Now, this is part of your lead capture, right? Now, depending on what level of Calendly you have, you can choose to add a payment. So I know some people that do like full marketing reviews and stuff like that, or advertising campaign reviews, they'll charge a fee, right? Like, so they'll make it $50, $100, whatever it is, and then that deposit can go towards your project if they choose to work with you, right? But I'm not going to get into that on this video. Now, for the event details, it doesn't matter how long this event is because it's not technically a meeting. All right. In the title, I normally like to put this is not a meeting. Okay. You don't want them to feel like they're obligated to hop on this call with you. This is just not a meeting. All this is going to do is put an event on your calendar, which is essentially a deadline, and it puts something on their calendar. I want to say Calendly puts it on their calendar so that that's when they should expect your deliverable. Okay, so it doesn't matter what the duration is. In the description, this is where you can write, use this as a means to set up when you would like me to send you your review. Okay, I'm not going to get into all this. For the deadline, instead of this is where you typically would select like a phone call, Zoom, or something like that. I just put custom and then put this is the deadline to send a review video. All right, simple. There's nothing for them to call. You're not going to ask them for certain things for them to expect a call. This is simply a deadline to review, to send your review video. Now, here's the other part that's tricky, right? You don't want someone to hop on their calendar and then select a deadline today at like an hour away, right? So when it comes to your scheduling settings, this is where you could say, okay, well, yeah, they can schedule within the upcoming 60 days. But when it comes to buffer time, um, when it comes to the buffer time, this is where you would, I'm sorry, not the buffer time. Sorry. Buffer time is between various meetings. When it comes to your minimum notice, this is where you would say, all right, somebody cannot schedule anything within, like, let's say 2 days, right? So now what's going to happen here is whenever someone sees the calendar, they're gonna the earliest date they're gonna see is something 2 days out. So that gives you some time to do the actual video. You're gonna see their inputs, and then you can do the video. So again, this is just a simple tip here to help you with creating a mechanism to generate leads, still using a tool to coordinate. You're getting their email address. You can ask them for their phone number if you'd like. You ask them some questions. You got a lead generated. You have the opportunity. There's an expectation after they submit this form for you to send them some type of video. I recommend Loom. And from there, it's really just a matter of how you want to carry that engagement. You're building trust here. This is a mechanism to build trust. So if you do this right, the follow up could potentially be, hey, you know what? What would it look like for us to hop on a real meeting?